Hey guys, Rick right here for another video. And today I will be talking about this theory I have, and this is something that's been around since Volume 4. Well, at least the ship has. Maybe it's been here since Volume, I don't know, I don't keep track. But my theory is, could Jaune and Ruby become canon? Should they be a thing? Could they become a couple in the future? Who knows? And oh God, my cats are being really annoying right now. So, anyways, for this video, I really kind of want to focus on this. I'm making this video because I see him back in Volume 6, Episode 7. When Jaune and Ruby are reunited with each other, and they kind of give each other this hug, and they kind of like look at each other. I forget what they say to each other. It's been a week. I'm sorry. But when they have that moment, I was looking at this, and it was a really heartwarming moment for me, because we don't get a lot of these moments, especially how things are turning out in Volume. Dude, you should just get away from her, because she does not like it when you're in here. Yeah? What you want? Okay, sorry guys. I was talking to one of my cats. So, anyways, it's just in that moment, there's something there. At least I got something off of Jaune. Maybe he's growing feelings for Ruby. My opinion, it's a little too soon, but hey, it's an anime. They can do whatever the hell they want with it. But anyways, oh my God, my cats. You're going to hear them in the background. I am sorry for that. But for Ruby and Jaune have been through a lot, and they've been through some of the things they've lost together. Okay, I'm going to backtrack through what Ruby has been through up to this point, because what I'm about to explain is something I need to explain both what Ruby and Jaune have been through. Okay, I'm doing Ruby first. It's going to take longer. We all know Ruby lost her mom. Ruby was about 5. At least from what we can know. She was very young. Lost her mom. So Ruby already had to deal with loss at a very young age. She may not understand what it meant back then, but she knows what it means now. And if you haven't listened, well, we all know their song like Roses Part 2 is it's a conversation basically between Summer and Ruby. But I'm not going to really go into that. It's just mentioning that Ruby's dealt with loss, and basically from the song, she's mostly been through a lot with her mother's death. Ruby seemed to be very close to Summer, and when Summer died, it broke Ruby's heart. And we're not going to go through what Yang went through after that. Alright? And then Ruby basically, after a period of time, had a normal childhood. She was going to become a huntress up until the point when she went to Beacon, which she was basically a little... Ruby lacks a couple of skills when basically what Osmond's pointed out, when you become a huntsman. Ruby has the skill and the ability to get into Beacon when she was only 15, but she also lacked the social ability, and she also wasn't really mentally ready probably to go to Beacon. Maybe she was still younger, but that's psychology. I'm not going to dive into that yet. But she met Jaune when she went to Beacon, and, they became friends, and by the time there was nothing really horrible that happened to Ruby between probably her mother's death. Maybe some things we just aren't told about yet, to the point of Volume 3. During Volume 3, all the events in Volume 3 were leading up to that one big moment at the end, with Ruby Silvasco did their thing and just turned the creature into stone. Oh God, okay, on the bed. So yeah, Ruby lost two friends she deeply cared about, Penny and Pyrrha. And that already, in those moments, and before Yang basically got her team disqualified for something that happened, that, I don't know, it was just, it kind of, So, with all this happening, and with Penny's death and Pyrrha's death, Ruby used her soul wise, and Ruby is a very caring and person, so she really cared about these two people, and it's really her. And Ruby does probably blame herself for their death. If she would have gotten there sooner, she maybe would have saved Pyrrha, and Pyrrha would have become the Fall Maiden, and a lot of stuff that happened, and Ruby could have been prevented. But yet again, I'm sorry, I just saw my kid do something. It made me laugh. Sorry, I have both of my cats in here. And they're going to be funny now. So, yeah. But anyways, and then during Volume 4 and through 6, Ruby went through a lot of other stuff. And now up to episode 8, Ruby's had a lot of stuff to carry on her shoulders. She hasn't really talked about anything. Yes, she's mentioned stuff and she's talked about how she's felt in the past, but who was kind of there for after everything happened with the Fall Beacon, with dealing through Pyrrha and Penny, and between everything that's happened now and then was Jaune. And this is my point. And this is why they could become canon. They've been there for each other, but let me talk about Jaune. We know basically not really a lot about Jaune's childhood. We don't really know anything about his parents, but Jaune grew up probably pretty average and normal, and Jaune got into Beacon. We all know how he did. I'm not going to go into that. Jaune had this is not a lot to his childhood, but when Jaune lost Pyrrha, it was probably the only first real great loss he faced in his life, and it was probably very traumatic for him. Jaune has a hard time with Pyrrha's death. We've seen it in Volume 4, where Jaune has that video of Pyrrha, where he's kind of like training, and Ruby gets to see that. And in that moment, Ruby realizes how much this has affected Jaune, and also it's affected everyone else in Team Juniper in ways. So, yeah. Throughout everything since Volume 4, Volume 4 into Volume 6, Jaune and Ruby have kind of always been there for each other, to kind of tell each other everything's going to work out, it's going to be okay, we're going to figure this out, we'll figure out a new plan, kind of just come for each other when there feels like there's no hope. But with these past 2 episodes, Jaune is really losing it. Back in episode 1, where they kind of all had to split up, Jaune didn't really want that to happen, but Ruby said she'll come back. And she did come back, which is a great thing, and it made Jaune feel better. And they shared that moment. Well, they know, okay, everything's going to be okay. Until they break the bombshell that Osmond can't kill Salem. There's no way of stopping Salem. And yeah. And so it makes Jaune really upset. And Jaune was ready to punch Oscar straight in the face. Please, Oscar does not need any more punches to the face. So, did I say Osmond or Oscar? Oh my god, I'm gonna get confused with their names. But Ruby kinda just she was the one that kinda calmed Jaune down. When you watch the episodes, and if you keep watching them over and over and over again, you notice the little tiny stuff that happens. And I personally have noticed a lot of it. Now looking back, there's a lot of little moments between Jaune and Ruby that can lead up for them to be the couple. Would they become a good couple? Who knows? But I think they are starting to become compatible for one another. Before they were just friends. now that they're getting to the point, and Ruby's also, you have to remember, Ruby's a bit younger, and Ruby's mentality is different. Ruby does not care about this kind of stuff. She sees no point in it, and right now there's no way they should even think about entering a relationship. I ship Ruby with multiple people, but I don't ship her with Jaune because I feel like that there's not enough between them to say there's something really there. I just see two friends and two comrades. But I'm also making this video because it's a theory after episode 7. I'm starting to realize that maybe they could become a couple. Just maybe. And if that's what they're going for, the creators, then go for it. I don't care. It's okay if White Rose doesn't happen. It's okay if Rose Garden doesn't happen. Yes, I ship Rose Garden, and nobody bashed me in the comments for it. I'm sorry. I plan to make a Rose Garden video soon. So, yeah. And for Ruby and Jaune, they've been through stuff, and we're about to see a lot more shit is going to happen, okay? I have this feeling that something really bad's about to happen again in Ruby, and it's going to have to deal with Ruby because everything that's been happening has been dealt with Ruby with her silver eyes, or this with Ruby, or Ruby has to save everyone's butt again. So, yeah. I don't want to go into too much detail. I don't want to start speculating things that could happen between Ruby and Jaune, but let's put this in a scenario. Let's flash forward a couple of years, and Ruby and Jaune could end up together. If we see more moments like we've seen, and more situations where Jaune gets really upset or Ruby gets really upset, and the one of them has to calm the other one down just by saying their name. Ruby, she did yell at Jaune, but she did it because she knew Jaune could do something really stupid, and it's not Oscar's fault. So yeah, that's one of the many reasons. So, yeah, you have this possibility. I'm only really talking about I'm not really mentioning, they could become kin. I'm not saying they will. I'm not trying to say, like, they should, they will, they're not. I don't want to be persuasive. This is my thoughts and my opinions on this theory, and they do have the possibility. It's not it might be one of the bigger ships, but I could see it happen, and I'm fine with Ruby and Jaune becoming a couple. I might start shipping them soon, and I always thought Pyrrha and Jaune would get together. I was hoping they would, but Pyrrha's gone, and yeah, and Jaune or Ruby herself could develop they could develop feelings for each other. They might start doing that. The idea of them being together is really interesting because they're alike in ways, and yet they're so different. And yet they're kind of always there for each other. They're there to comfort each other when things kind of get hard for them. And, yeah. It's a lot of stuff that they've went through has been off-screen. We haven't seen enough of it. But we also can tell a lot has happened. Ruby has been through shit. Jaune has been through shit. The entire team has. Okay? We already know that. So, yeah, it explains why they are like the way they are with each other. I'm not going to start what shape Team Ruby's in right now, okay? Yeah. So, yeah, anyways, this is basically my theory. Could they become canon? Yes, they could. Should they? Probably. I didn't want to say should, but I could see them becoming a couple. It's not... I don't really ship them at the moment, but could I ship them in the future? Yes. Maybe after Volume 6. Maybe in Volume 7. Who knows? This has been really fun to talk about. I love talking about Ruby ships. I like talking about ships, but I'm also a little cautious because I don't want to say something to offend anyone. So if you don't ship Jaune and Ruby, it's fine, but I don't personally do it, but I still made this video and had a lot of fun talking about it. And also, let me know if you ship them in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought about this video, or do you guys think they're ever going to become a canon? So yeah. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, and also please subscribe if you're new to my channel for more content, anime-related content like this. I'm trying to figure out a new outro. So, anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and this is Trevor. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.